How do you balance work life and being able to create this as well, managing this whole space?
There's this amazing woman named Emma Greed that I have been obsessed with. She's a businesswoman, and she always says there's no such thing as work-life balance, which is so interesting to me because I feel like I'm someone, like my partner is he's like work. And I'm like, you need to relax. Like, it's not always work. But when I started this endeavor, I realized that there were days where I was just working. And then you don't even realize it until you come up for air. And you're like, oh my goodness, I've been working for 4 weeks and I haven't, really taken time to relax. And it's so funny because this week I actually took a break and I told my team, we had our team meeting and I was like, guys, I'm going to be offline for 4 days. Nobody disturb me. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to, and they're amazing. And they're like, yes, do it. Everything will be fine. We'll take care of everything. But I was starting to feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
And because I do still have a full-time job. So honestly, I have 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So it was starting to become overwhelming because I hadn't been prioritizing myself, my mental health. I hadn't, been doing the things. Like I also run, and running for me is like my way of decompressing and, just taking time for myself. I just wasn't doing any of that. So I really took this week to reset. So I really feel like it's about having boundaries with yourself. Because when you are all in for something and when this is your baby, you will pour 110% of yourself into it, right? Because you want to see it grow.
Yeah.
But then you realize that you're neglecting yourself and you're not taking time to feed your soul. And it's a learning curve. It really is a learning curve because I feel like I heard all of these things before I started the business, right? Everyone was like, make sure you don't overdo it. Make sure you take care of yourself. But then it's not until you're in it that you realize it's so easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle of trying to build something that you're not as present for your own life. So that was literally, it's so funny that we're having this conversation because that is how I was feeling last week.
Yeah.
So I told myself I'm going to take, and even during the days I was supposed to be off, I found myself checking my email and, doing things. And I had to like put my phone down, like disconnect. It's okay. It's not going to burn down because you're gone for 4 days. But it's hard. It's hard when you're building something and you want it to be great. Of course, you want to give your all, but I think just setting those boundaries with yourself, knowing what your non-negotiables are, making sure that you're doing things that feed your soul. Because if you're not right, your business will not be right. The people that depend on you will not get the best of you because you're not able to give them that if you're not in a right place. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for that reminder. Because sometimes I definitely get lost in this world, this creating world. And sometimes I'm like, friends, family members, kind of, everything just kind of falls on the side. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard not to get lost in it because, this is something that, like you said, you're building something that you want to see it succeed. So you feel as if you're not there, right, something is not, it's not going to go well, I think that's a space that I've been in for a long time too.
Yeah.
And I always have to also remind myself sometimes, like, okay, you need a break here. You need to do this, you need to do that, take away. As much as I encourage people to take time for themselves,
you don't it.
I have to remind myself, like, hey, you need to go take a break. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I think what's also important to note is that both of us talked about having teams that support us. And I think there's also an aspect of building a team and then trusting them to do what you've built them up to do. So, and I really struggled with this. I felt like I had to be there 100% of the time, but that is the purpose of the team.
Yeah.
They're meant to be there to support you when you're not able to be there. Yeah. So if you need to take a break, trust that whoever you have, put in charge or the team that you've built up, they will take care of it and it will be fine. But it's so hard, right? It's like leaving somebody to watch after your baby, like a lot of people, it's hard to do that. But it takes trust. And then it also takes like recognizing, as important as you are as the CEO of this a business that you're building, you being away for 1 week, you'll be fine. You're not that important that it will, that it will self-destruct if you're not there. So it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but I think just, recognizing that you cannot be everywhere all at once doing everything and still being able to function just as a human being. Just even being a human being is hard work. Getting up every day and living life is hard enough. So on top of that, managing different things and being everything to everyone, it's just not